Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy watching videos while you work, sometimes you find that the content you like to watch is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that is where I come in. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. We are continuing with the Jolie Mimi Cardigan by Wool and the Gang, and as you can see in the description, there is a link, so you are welcome to browse the pattern yourself, and if you like it, feel free to put it in your cart, but it is knit flat, and I feel like I need to keep telling people that, and I need to remind myself to keep telling people that, because if you're looking for a seamless project, this isn't it, sis. This is not it. There are 5 panels in total, 2 sleeves, the back, and then 2 front panels, and we are currently working on the second of the 2 front panels, knit in this cotton. This is their shiny happy cotton that they have, that's part of the kit. It's a cotton blend, or it's not a blend, it's just cotton, but it's their cotton line for this project. Comes with it, and yeah, we're just gonna knit along. It is 12:30 in the morning on Saturday. If you're a night owl, raise your hand. If you just like sleeping at wonky hours, raise your hand. That is me to a T. I remember, I probably shared this story with you guys before, but my family, mainly my mom and dad, would videotape myself, and my brother too, but mostly me, because, you know, I was the firstborn, so all eyes on me. I'm popular one, me. But there was like this one, I remember particularly, there was a video of my father videotaping me when I was just a baby. I might have been like maybe 1. I was big enough to walk and respond. I had some teeth, not a lot of teeth, but some, maybe like a couple front ones. And my dad's like coming in the room and he's singing my name, and I'm just knocked out. The sun's shining in, I'm just clonked out in my crib, and he goes to press the time and date button to see that it's like 10 a.m. or something like that. It's kind of like late in the morning, and he's like, come on, get up. He's like saying my name, and I'm not responsive at all. And then he finally just like reaches his hand in the crib and just like kind of like gives me a little shake on my back, and I wake up and I'm like really, dude? Like what do you want? And I pretty much have the same reaction nowadays. Like, if I am disturbed, I am the most grizzly of grizzly bears. Like, I hate being woken. I mean, who really does? But I was just like, I was in the middle of my sleep. What do you want? And I think I'm getting a little bit better about it now, but I've always been a grump when I've been woken up when I wasn't ready to wake up, and I feel like now I'm even more, well, not the grump part, but like I'm more like retaliative, if that's even a word. Like, if I'm woken up out of my sleep, then I make even more of an effort to like sleep longer than when I woke up, just to like make up what I thought I lost, I guess. Which probably explains why I was asleep so long today. In previous videos, same day, by the way, same outfit. Earlier when I was filming, I mentioned that I took a really, really long nap. And I went to sleep, literally I went to sleep around like 5:30 or so. Like, I kind of clocked out for work around 5:15. Came upstairs and just took a long nap, and then I woke up and it was around 11 something. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. Like, I can, because I had an alarm set for like 6:30, but I turned it off. And I was just like, forget it. I'll just sleep. I'm tired. I'll just sleep, and I'll deal with it later when I wake up. And yeah, I slept for like a good 5 more hours than when my alarm went off originally. So we're here. I'm wide awake now, and it's totally gonna screw up my sleep schedule because it has been. And this has been my weekends lately. I mean, everything's just so out of whack since I've been working from home. Sleep schedule, crap. Sorry. If you don't like that word, I'm sorry. That is like a curse word for me. So I feel like it's a big deal, but it's like, you know? Poopy sleep schedule, horrible sleep schedule, horrible just motivation down the drain. Like, everything that a hermit would think this would be fun is just not been fun. Knitting, fun. Getting crazy tons of knitting done. But as far as like my outlook, my day-to-day, I'm trying to find things to make me happy that I like, and it's kind of working, but at the same time my body's just like, girl, what's going on? What are you doing? So I've been sleeping a lot. I've been staying up a lot, and I've been sleeping a lot during the day, and I feel like maybe it's like my mental like saying, well, what's going on? What's new? Nothing. So just sleep, just sleep, because there's nothing going on. Just sleep. So I don't know. And I didn't even have coffee today. Well, yesterday. On Friday I did not have any coffee. On Friday I was pretty much just like in bed until I had a meeting, and I was pretty much in bed and I was just checking my emails. Like, I'd sleep, I'd wake up, I'd refresh my emails, because if there was anything that came in, of course I'd respond to it. But if there wasn't anything, I didn't really have to be on my computer until my meeting happened. So I was in bed, checking my email, sleeping, checking my email. Finally got up around 10:30, yeah, because I had my meeting at 11. And then I just did what I needed to do, and 5 o'clock rolled around, and it was time for me to not be at work, quote unquote, at work anymore. So that was okay. On Thursday, I had a Zoom meeting. Well, all of these meetings are Zoom, but I had a Zoom meeting. It was like a happy hour with some coworkers that we usually like once a month. It was third Thursdays. Third Thursday, there's a bar in town. Well, it wasn't a bar. It was it is. Oh my god, I hope it still is a restaurant in town, and they have a happy hour, just some drinks, you know, some different appetizers. Everything's like $5. It's really nice. And so once a month we would, it's not everybody, it's open. It's like, it's an ongoing thing. It's like, you already know, third Thursday, 4:30 to 6, happy hour. Be there or miss out on some fun. And so one of my coworkers that I'm really close with and I would usually go, and then another one would go sometimes, but she no longer works at our company. But we would go, and so the person who usually coordinates it was trying to get like a Zoom one to happen. So last month, in March, it was the first one since we'd had all been working remotely, and so she's like, hey, we're having a Zoom, come on in. But then she said, like, we're gonna do breakout groups, so you'll just be stuck with like some random people to talk to. Well, she didn't say it like that, but that's essentially what was gonna happen. And I was like, I was already just like trying to get my bearings with this whole work from home thing. I had already had way too many Zoom meetings. I already do have way too many Zoom meetings. I was just like, I don't want to have any more Zoom meetings. If I want happy hour, I want to be at that restaurant, at that table, with my old fashioned, having a good time. And it's just not the same. So, one, I don't have any alcohol in my house right now. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I should get some. Maybe that'll help me a little. Not advice. I don't drink at home a lot because my partner doesn't drink, and it's not so fun just to do it by yourself. At least I'm more of a social drinker. Like, if I'm drinking, it's usually at a party, and those are usually work events because then I know that alcohol is free. except for this happy hour. But so I didn't go to the first happy hour since we've been working remotely, but she sent out on a Wednesday and a reminder that we were having it again for Thursday, and I was like, fine. So I was texting with my coworker who I'm close with, who has donated to me yarn and pattern books and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And she's like, I don't know, I might. It depends. And she did not go. But she texted me later on and asked how it went. And she said she was busy helping someone, so she wasn't able to pop in. And I told her it was nice. And yeah, there weren't that many people who came, but people came and people went, so it was nice. It was kind of awkward at first because it's just like, well, what do you talk about? Because there's nothing really new and exciting happening because we're all just working from home. So we just talked about like some things we've been doing to kind of stay sane and keep our minds engaged and stuff like that. And afterwards, a lot of people signed out, but like the last hour, the person who was organizing it and I were just Zooming together and we were knitting. I was actually working on my bold baby blanket, the purple one that you guys may have seen in some of my other videos, and she was working on making like these basket things that are she found the pattern on Ravelry. They're the Sesame Street people who go like yep, those guys. The yep guys, yep people. She was making some she called them her nibblings, which are her siblings' kids, which is really cute. And so she was making them some because they wanted them. And she said she had been Zooming with her nibblings and like doing cooking stuff, like making peanut butter balls and doing like little things with them just so that their parent has a break and they get to hang out with their cool aunt. And I thought that was nice. So we were just talking about some of that, some of like, if you watch my previous video, some of like the stuff that I was ranting about, and she's like really into social justice and stuff like that. So it was really like nice to talk to her about it and just like kind of be on the same wavelength as somebody who was just like, yeah, all of this is just crazy. But also because she knits and she wasn't able to come to like my knitting group at work because she has like a different schedule at work. It was nice to just knit with her for once because we never got to in person. So that was kind of different. And before that I had like a coffee break with a friend of mine who I met at a conference, who happens to live in the same state as me, and we just tried to hang out earlier in the year, like January, February, but her schedule kept getting tied up, so she's like, yeah, it was nice knowing you, kind of like, well, we tried, but then she's like, well, since we're both stuck at home, do you want to do like a Google Hangout? And I was like, sure. So we did that, and it was nice just to talk to her and too. So those moments of connection have been nice, very refreshing, different than like all the other Zoom meetings that I've had that are work related. But we did talk similarly about our work because we had met at a work conference. So we were just talking about some stuff that is different than when it usually is a normal day to day, and like how we all prepare to work from home and stuff like that. So that was nice. It was nice. But yeah, it's late night. Planning on doing some baking tomorrow. Hopefully I wake up when I'm supposed to. I think I'm going to force myself to go to bed like not long after I finish this, because I plan on editing tomorrow. So, and then filming maybe one or two more perusing pattern book shows, just so I have some ready for the next week. Because I think I'm up to 5 videos now that I can show you guys. But I also have to finish buying my brother and his fiance some gifts for their birthday. Their birthdays fall in May, and I usually get them something. Just whatever, just weird stuff, fun stuff, because they're younger than me, but they're not totally like like, I enjoy silly things, and my brother is very much like, almost like me in that sense, where he also enjoys silly things. So I've just been getting them like weird stuff, but mostly like kitchen stuff that relates to their life, because they are still adults and they do still need some functionality in their world. But I'm gonna get them this butter maker by Chefin. If you go to their site, Chefin, they used to have them in store at Crate and Barrel, but they don't carry the butter maker anymore. But it's just like a shaker thing. It's a shaker thing with like a little whisk inside or something, and you fill it up with cream, heavy cream, and make sure it's cold, of course, and you shake it for like 1 or 2 minutes or something, and then it makes butter. It separates the milk fat from the butter, and you pour it out, you run it through some cold water. You can add, flavors to it, like honey, if you want honey butter, or salt, or garlic, or whatever. And it's fun. I like it. I use it every now and then. I used to use it a ton. At my old place, I just buy like a quart of heavy cream, and I would just make butter. I used it for mainly for special occasions, like Thanksgiving, when my friend would come over. I made it for toast. I made it for all sorts of stuff. And then I ended up buying my partner's parents the same device, and I bought them the Chefin popcorn maker, because my partner's dad really likes popcorn. So I was like, here, you can make your own popcorn at home, and here's this butter thing that you can make your own butter, so you can have your own butter and popcorn. And I 100% doubt that they've used it once, because, I don't know. I get them lots of stuff like that where I think it'd be helpful based on what they do, what they like, and then they just don't use it. But I'm pretty sure my brother and his fiance will use the butter thing, because my brother really likes to cook, and he's pretty fit, and it is quite an arm workout, honestly. I usually have to switch arms when I'm using it, and I think they'll just think it's really fun. And then I got my brother's fiance some lip smackers, like Day of the Dead themed, and I got her some Lego earrings from Etsy, because she really likes Legos. So I think she'll think that's fun. But yeah, just like little things like that. I want to get them some cups. I have these cups that are biodegradable. I got them on Amazon. They're really fun, really cool, and they're orange, and her favorite color is orange. So I figured if I bought her those tumblers, that'll still like cater to their homeware, like together gift, but because it's orange, it's like her gift of the tumblers. So we'll see. Hopefully they like it, but I don't even know when I can ship it out to them, because all of the stuff. I mean, the post office is open, I think. I mean, it is open, because I actually have a friend from my old job who had to mail something out, and then they're like, why is it today that there are like 30 other people in the post office? They're like, what's going on? And so I was like, okay, so post office is still open for receiving packages to ship out. I know they're doing deliveries. I just didn't know if their retail, office was open. So that's good. But still, I don't know. Don't know about that. So maybe I'll stick some little knitted cats, even though they're dog people, put some cats in their box too, so they have some little baby cats to have in their house. But I've started following that since I had made the Mochi Mochi Land kitties, and tagged them in the photo, because it says, hey, share your project on Instagram or whatever and tag us. I've started following them, and I love it. They have like these cute little stop play animations of their kits, different different ones like interacting with each other, and it's just like super super cute. So if you aren't following Mochi Mochi Land on Instagram and you're looking for some cute little GIF things, I'd say give it a shot. I thought it was pretty entertaining. And there's a knot in my yarn, but it's not like the last one. This one is just tangled. It's not like they try to make a new ball of yarn like they did earlier. That was just so weird. Alright. So yes, let me know what kinds of, I'm working on this. This is an old project I've had, but I hadn't started it until this year. I bought the kit ages ago. When I say ages, I mean like last year. Early 2019, I think, is when I bought this. But let me know, are there any projects that you've had on your back burner that you're finally getting to now? Have you been knitting like a crazy ton since everything has happened? Are you on lockdown where you are and you have time, or are you just like not feeling it? Are you having trouble getting motivated, or are you just kind of doing your daily? Are you an essential worker and this is just kind of like one chance you have to work on stuff because you're working a lot? Let me know in the comments, like, how has your knitting been since everything has happened? I think it could go either way. It could either be like super, super, super into it or just not at all. But I'm just itching to start a new project, and I guess I could say I honestly do kind of get a little bit bored of this one just because I don't see, because I have to knit everything one at a time and then add it all together, because I'm not getting that satisfaction of seeing like the finished project coming along. It's kind of like slow going for me versus knitting the bold baby blanket. Now that I am into my third color of it, I have one more color to do. I can see the pattern. I see how everything is shaping together. I'm definitely more into that one now than I was starting out, just because I can see more of its progress. But this one, because it's just like two just blue sheets of panel, two just slabs of knitting. There's nothing really exciting happening right now. It's just kind of like, oh, I'll knit it here and there. I get into those points where I'm closer to the end and I'm definitely more inspired to keep going to just finish that panel, which happened with the first one. But this one now, it's like, okay, well, I've already done this, so this isn't anything new. But the back panel is going to be much of the same, where it's just a lot longer, but a lot wider because it's the back instead of like two front pieces. But at the same time, it's like, if I was knitting it seamlessly, I would probably be able to see a lot more, because it's all the sides, and then I got up to where the sleeve would be and either knit the sleeve, or I have reserved those stitches to pick up later, stuff like that, where I can actually kind of see some progress. But here, this sea of blue seed stitch is like, it's not doing it for me. So I haven't been as inclined to pick this up, except for when I'm filming with you guys. But that bold baby blanket is coming along. I just posted a picture on Instagram where I finished the second block of purple, and now I think I'm in row 10 of the lightest purple. So yeah, well, here we are. Well, as I just mentioned, we don't really see a lot of, we're seeing progress video by video, but as far as like very large improvements or cases where we're seeing a lot of that progress. It's very subtle is what I meant to say. It's very subtle. The progress row by row is subtle, but video by video I think we are seeing more of that progress. But yeah, we're not even halfway through, but we're further than we were earlier today, 2-3 videos ago. So I'll take that. So we'll see where we go next week. The next couple videos coming up will be some more of the perusing pattern books, so you'll have some more of that content. And then next week we'll just pick up where we left off with this one here. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Hoping that whatever you're knitting or working on is really fun and interesting for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.